Good morning, everybody. Happy new day. That full moon. How about that full moon energy? I know that I experienced it in many different ways. And, but it also, you know, uh, it also pulled through in a lot of ways. So, as a healer and as like a different, um, type of healer, I guess. Like, I don't know, kind of lost my words there. I'm not like your normal healer, and I do a lot of healing for healers that gets missed. That, they're like, oh my god, I have done so much healing and I don't know what's left, but I'm stuck and I'm stuck in emotions, because we don't, even as healers, as we start healing bodies and healing energy, we don't go deeper and we don't finish healing the emotions. Okay, so this happens in all parts of life, and one of the biggest parts of life is in experiences where blood products are needed. So when my appendix burst, they thought I had a blood clot in my liver, and they started giving me blood thinners. So I was on blood thinners for about a week before I went back to the hospital, and they're like, your appendix is gone, like, where did it go? And I'm like, you tell me, you're the doctor. I don't know. I have no clue where my appendix went. You tell me where it went. They only found half of it, even when they were finally able to get me to surgery. But the only reason why I made it to surgery was because they gave me plasma. My boyfriend's experienced a lot of tragedy in his life, and before losing his brother needed 23 units of blood. So even though he didn't survive, it really brought the awareness of the need for blood in all situations. And of course, being with me, he is, very thoroughly healed a lot of the emotions tied to that event, and created this space to raise awareness. And it's something that he always wanted to do, and he did actually start raising the awareness back before COVID. And then COVID happened and kind of sidelined everything. So we've decided that we are going to do a walk across Canada. We are going to start on the coast of Vancouver and walk to St. John's, Newfoundland. And it's going to be about a 270 to 280 day trip. We're going to need extra days on the days that we give plasma on our route. We're going to stop in as many major centers as we can to give plasma on our walk. I can only give every 2 weeks because of my size. He can give once a week, but based on like when we're going to reach each space, as we've broken it down so far, we're looking at about 15 to 30 days between each donation. And especially through like the provinces with like the more like the mountainous, like BC, everywhere else is fairly flat, so it should be, nice quick jaunts through. And we're planning on about 30 kilometers walking a day. We're gonna have a team and stuff behind us, and we're gonna raise the awareness of how many people, like, I'm gonna have stats. I have stats. I just didn't bring them today because I'm super excited. We just got the approval to that we got the support from Canadian Blood Services as a that I don't know if we call it, what do we call Canadian Blood Services, like a sponsor? Yeah. Okay, so they're support. They're our support. They're our main support. Yeah. We have sponsors already before we even got the support there, because we weren't like this is just like the first like super exciting moment where we just got told that they are going to support us on our journey. So you'll be seeing us on the news and all over places. But we're bringing not just awareness to get people out to donate blood. We also purchase a lot of blood from the States right now. So the fact that we as Canadians don't get paid, we find the need not to support. And because of that, we are paying for support to the United States for blood services. We're also going to raise awareness and money to bring beds to smaller communities, because right now you can pretty much only donate in the major communities, like the major cities in all provinces. And we want to help support and increase beds, and bringing that to some of the smaller cities for the rural communities to be able to donate easier, because I know, being a rural girl myself, going into the major cities isn't always, a cup of tea, especially if I'm giving half of my a good portion of like the stuff that keeps me alive. There's, there's a whole uncomfortability in that. I get it. So So yeah, so I look forward to being live a whole lot more, talking about this, talking about my place on this as well, because not only am I wanting to raise awareness for this, I also am going to encourage people to come out that have suffered from loss and grief and are having a hard time moving forward, to come out and work with me. And I'm going to be giving my services for free as we go along to, a specific amount of people. I may even set up in the park and do some group healings, so more people can experience the help that I can give. And not only that, just to raise awareness to what I'm able to do, because a lot of people I find have been resistant to actually finding that healing. And I do understand that, like, as we let go of some of the emotions, like, that's a big part of our identity. And in creating our identity based on emotions, if you are not that identity based on those emotions, then who am I? And that is the truest version of you, the you that is meant to be happy in this world. If we were not hanging on to all of these negative emotions, the world would not look so dramatically bad. And so it's just a matter of that shift in perception. And I don't just stop here. I have a program. So, for anybody who does actually like step up and, and do that first jaunt of healing and stuff like that, I don't just leave you at that. Even if I'm still on the road and stuff like that, my program is amazing. And I have like 20-30 people in it already that are absolutely loving it, and it just helps you step along further in that healing journey. It even includes the process in a couple of the modules halfway through. So so you don't have to worry about being like, oh yeah, I want to do that, and then kind of be like, I don't know where to go next. I'm not leaving you with nowhere to go next. You have somewhere to go next, and I do payment plans and all of those nice good things. So just wanted to get this first post out there because it is super exciting that we just got that support today. Like I say, we've already got a couple of sponsors, and and just looking forward to this walk. We only have like one September, January, February, 6 months. We'll be taking off on February 1st to start our walk through BC, which is going to be a little bit chilly and a little bit like hairy on the mountains in the cold, but it'll be fun anyways. And just super excited to do this work for Blood Services. It's absolutely amazing. Like I said, they had a hand in keeping me alive. They've helped, they help, like there's a Canadian that needs blood every 60 seconds, I believe he said. Like I said, I'm going to confirm all these stats before I start throwing shit out there that I don't know nothing about. But I do know that the need is huge. And I do know that like the support coming from Canadians, can increase exponentially for the amount of people that actually live in our beautiful country. Not even a quarter of them donate. So we have some huge work to do, and I'm excited to be on this journey. And I love you all. Thanks for watching.